Hi, welcome to City Country 6 Podcast. This is where you get to hear inside conversations between city and country about life, kids, womanhood, culture, black southern things. Eavesdrop in on our phone conversations to laugh, cry, amen, disagree, and agree with your bi-weekly dose of what did I just listen to? Let's listen in on this week's most recent phone call of differences.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, but I have lots of questions, but I'll ask them later.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, ask your questions. Get them on out the way.
So, how are you? Are you podcasting from the tub today? I just want to know. I don't know what kind of setup. Like, does the water absorb the sound? I mean,
For those eavesdropping in, we were texting earlier, and
I just want to know. I said I would wait until later, but you told me to say it now, so I did. I mean, oh my gosh.
Okay, so when I text you the time,
Mm-hmm.
I was already in the process of getting in. I had taken my phone in so that I could keep track of the time. Since our usual time is a little later.
Mm-hmm.
So I had chosen to be like, well, I'll give myself a little bit of time to relax and get in here and, fix my hair for the night and all that stuff. And when you were texting me that, I was like, let me do this. Let me go ahead and bathe real quick and get on out with my colored towels and colored washcloths.
All these colors.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. But
I was just wondering.
no, I'm not. I'm in the regular room.
Okay. In your podcast space.
In my podcast space. I'm in the podcast space. I am not in the bathtub.
Okay. I was wondering, like, I'm in the tub, and then you're like, I'll be out in a little bit. Okay, I'm ready now. And I'm like, what?
Because I'd already been.
So, because in my thing, I'm like, okay, so we're about to do this. We are about to have our first live on location podcast coming from Country Chick's tub.
No.
Okay, that helps me.
No,
that helps me.
I had been in the bathroom for like I think an hour or whatever.
Why?
Well, not in the bathtub for an hour. I had been in the bathroom for like an hour because I was doing my hair, and I was retwisting my hair, and I do that in the bathtub too. Like, it doesn't take much or nothing. But I was retwisting my hair first before I got in, and I got in. And then I sat for a bit, and then you text me, and I was like, "Oh shoot, it won't take me no time." Because I mean, my other thing is like, if the bath water is not the perfect temperature, I won't stay in there long. So as you said, I'm sitting in there, whatever, boiling myself.
If making soup.
Exactly.
Country chick soup. Just throw some onions and some carrots and some celery.
I hate
celery. It's a party.
Yeah, that's next time. That's next time. That's next time. But
that person doesn't eat celery. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. Today I'm gonna be good. I'm sleepy.
So am I.
So I'm not gonna go there with you. But for the record, celery is nutritious and delicious. But continue.
Celery is literally string water. That's what it is. But we'll go.
String water.
It's stringy water. It is the worst. But
You cut it
anyway,
across the grain, and then they don't have strings anymore.
you're just chopping up strings. Like that's all you're doing is chopping strings. It's
Heart healthy strings.
drink water. Same difference.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. And it starts.
It
Ladies
starts.
and gentlemen.
We can't even get a good 10 minutes in, and we're already going at it.
Can't even have an intro. This is ridiculous. But anywho, how are you today? We know you're clean.
Hey, there you go. You, on the other hand, you walked up in here dusty. So what's that say
I'm
about
very
you?
much so. I have crumbs, okay?
You're wearing a whole 24-hour bra going on now. So there's that.
Yes, me and my crumbs are chilling out in this bra that I have been wearing since 7:30 something this morning.
Oh my gosh. So you sat up.
But for
You sat up all night with no bra on, and then you go to sleep and wake
I
up and
doze off.
slap one on.
There you go. You got, because they cannot touch you when you're standing up.
What?
Yeah. I don't like them touching me. They can't.
Anyways.
No, that's gross. Anywho, I want to say for the record, to reach back to last week.
What's that?
I gave myself a country chick pajama challenge this past Saturday.
Awesome. Felt freeing, didn't it?
It felt weird.
Were you wearing two different textures? Like, what are you doing?
And no, okay, first of all, my pajamas match. So I buy the sets where it's like the shorts and the shirt.
Oh, okay.
So they were the same texture, same pattern family. So I woke up and I was like, oh, let me get dressed. And I was like, nope, I'm going to be like country chick because I didn't have any plans. I was like, I'm going to stay home because the day before was a full day. Like we had water park in the morning and then we had a party that night. So we didn't get home until a little late. So I was exhausted. So I was like, nope, I'm just going to stay in my pajamas. And I was like, I'm going to see how long I can do it. So around 11:30, 12 o'clock, I was like, okay, this is just getting a little bit ridiculous.
She can't do it. She lost it. She says, like, no, this is nuts. This is crazy.
I can't do it. I was like, nope, keep pushing through. And for the record, I made it to about 10 o'clock without the bra.
All right, look at you.
And I couldn't take that anymore. I was like, no, wait a minute. We can't have on pajamas and no foundations up under here.
Oh.
Something had to give. So I just put the bra on with the pajamas.
You were halfway there. You halfway made it.
But I made it all day with the pajamas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You halfway there. You still had to have the bra on though. It's just
yeah. I mean, yeah. You have to wear underclothing during the day.
No, you don't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm not gonna take that challenge.
Well, every woman is different. So bottom half, your actual draws, I can, if you need to wear them, go ahead, because every woman has. Yeah. I just didn't feel like saying underwear. I wanted to be country and say draws. So I did it. I said draws. But the top part, I'm like, whatever. But you will be proud of me today. I wore it until right before I got in the bathtub. So I had almost a full 12 hours with a bra on.
In the words of the deacon, give her a hand clap.
Because
also, so how did it feel for them not to touch?
Annoying. It was very
wonderful. No, I bet you felt so light.
No.
And liberated.
No, I was actually around 5 o'clock. I was like, I'm washing these clothes. I could just go ahead and throw mine in. But I think it was
no.
I was just I was still dressed now, mind you. That's the other thing. I still had
on so you don't keep your clothes on and take it off.
I'd have been perfectly happy with that. I think I got to around 6:50 before I finally popped it off and said,
pretty good though.
During the wash machine.
That's pretty good.
Almost 12 hours. And I say almost.
So that's pretty good. We both kind of
We stretched
Trying to
out.
walk a mile in each other's bras.
It was crazy though. It was nuts. I was like, why am I doing this? I'm at home. And I'm cleaning, mind you, fully clothed. I'm like, no, I would normally
Yeah,
have on a t-shirt dress and be
I
cleaning.
love it. And I felt the same way. I was like, Saturday, why am I putting that's what I think took me over the edge with around 10 o'clock to put the bra on with my pajamas because I was getting clothes out of the washer to put them into the dryer. And I leaned over the washer and they went in the washer. Because I'm so short, I'm trying to reach in to grab the clothes, and they were in the washer before my hand could reach the clothes at the bottom of the washer. And I was like, oh hell no, this ain't it. And so I just stopped what I was doing, went and put a bra on, and then came back to finish putting the clothes on the dryer. No. Mm-mm. No.
Oh my goodness. See, this will drive you crazy. Short side story, not side story. This goes hand in hand. Then we'll go over to the topic of tonight.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just because there's no segue into it. There's no way to get into the topic with this conversation. But so
Actually, it could be.
well, I
It
don't
could
have
be.
any unless you have a story, and then I'll let you go with that one. But so the CEO is she inching on up there, she getting tall, and she comes up to me to give me a hug. This isn't recent. This is like a while back, and she kind of like stoops down and then like goes underneath my arm. Well, of course, when she does that, she lifts up one meat flap, and, and I'm like,
Oh
I
gosh.
I feel it happen because at that point I think I'd either taken the bra off early or I didn't even have one on all day. I don't know. I can't remember. All I know is that she lifted it up with her head, and I went, "Well, I know how tall you are now."
Oh my
But it was just
gosh.
sitting on top of her. Now she didn't care. She didn't care at all. She didn't mind her one bit. But to me, I was just like, well, this is quite disturbing to just have this piece of meat just laying on top of my child's head,
Just
like it slapped her, pimp slapped her across the
that's like an
face.
onomatopoeia. It's just if was a picture.
Yeah, and
That's what it would be.
that's what it was. And like I said, she's just like, "Ooh, I love you, mommy," and I was like, "Yeah,
Mm.
mm." But of course, as a 7-year-old, what do you think? You're not thinking about that. You just,
Yeah, they don't care.
no, you just want to love and get touched and,
Mm.
get the
Play with
hugs
your
and
mom's meat
stuff.
flaps.
Yeah, play with you.
Play with your mom's meat flaps.
So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go with that. You go ahead and get us started since you may have a
Okay, I'm gonna Okay, I don't even know what we're gonna talk about with this topic, but I'm gonna segue by saying, find a cool story about
meat flaps,
meat
bras,
flaps,
and
meat flaps and pajamas. Do 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 do. Do. Ooh, I have one.
ding, 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 ding.
Sort of,
Give her a
kind of.
prize.
Give me a hand clap. So
So churchy.
one one day I was flying out to Oklahoma.
Something I've never done.
And
Fly.
what?
Never. But continue. Just
For
wanted
the
to share
record,
that
is it
gift.
because you just haven't had a chance or you don't really care? Like you don't want to?
I don't trust a giant metal bus going 600 something miles per hour just in the sky. And, we're all in the hands of this. We're not all, if you believe in God, you're okay. But I'm just saying you're in the hands of these
Right.
two individuals, in
Yeah.
the sky, and this giant metal bullet is just, and I'm going, yeah, I know my chances are riskier on pavement, but it's just something about me having control that just makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a mental thing for sure. But okay, I got you. That might actually be another topic.
Okay, cool.
So flying out to Oklahoma, and I had to go to Dallas. It was a connecting flight, so I had to fly to Dallas, and got to Dallas before I left. I was in college, by the way.
Mm.
So before I left, like literally the night before, I wasn't feeling well. And so I had gotten a quick prescription for what's the pink stuff?
Pepto Bismol?
That was just, nope. Like it was actually a prescription. It was the stuff that was discovered from bread mold, the antibiotic.
Penicillin?
Penicillin, thank you. So it was like an old school bottle of liquid penicillin.
Liquid. Oh.
Well, penicillin is supposed to be kept cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I was in college, like I said. I was just living in the moment. So I was my genius self threw the penicillin in my luggage. And I had a layover in Dallas. And then my flight got canceled.
And that's some
And so they
rotten
were
bad
like,
habits.
we're going to keep your luggage until tomorrow and we'll just give you a hotel for the night. And I was like, no, I need my luggage. And thank goodness, a lot of times when you have a layover, but your flight gets canceled, your luggage could have been on another flight and it'll just meet you where you're going to be. But
Right.
thank goodness the plane itself had to stay. That's why the flight was canceled, not the flight itself, but the plane was grounded. So my luggage was there with me. It didn't go on to the next city. And so I was like, I need my luggage because I have medication in there. And when they brought me my luggage, I was like, thank you so much. I got to the hotel, opened my luggage, and pink penicillin was all over my clothes.
Ah.
So needless to say, as my segue, on my vacation, I had no clothes to wear. So yeah,
You
I
couldn't use
knew it.
the hotel washroom? The laundry room? I mean, sometimes I don't know if they were doing that back then, but sometimes they let you.
A lot of hotels don't have laundry rooms, but this one had the like you can get your clothes laundered and you pay by the item. Like a lot of hotels
Ooh.
will do that. So that's like literally it's a list. It'll tell you for a shirt, this is how much it costs. For a pair of pants, this is how much it costs. And I
And
was
as a college
like,
student, you probably didn't have that kind of money.
okay, here we go. There you go now. So it probably would have been cheaper to just get a cab and go to a laundromat.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to the hotel until like 8 o'clock that night.
They got 24-hour laundromats.
I'm not going anywhere in the city I'm not familiar with to go wash clothes. Thank goodness, because I was like freaking out because I was going to a conference. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Totally forgot that I had a family member in the city.
Mm.
So call my mom, got my family member's number, call my family member. I'm gonna find out where I was. My family member was like an hour and a half away.
Ugh.
But that person came and picked me up, let me
Aw.
go to their house. I washed all of my clothes. I was good to go. Spent the night. Went back to my hotel so that I could catch the airport shuttle back to the airport, and then I was on my way. So for that night on vacation, I slept like you. I had no clean pajamas,
Wait a
no
minute.
clean
I have clean
undies.
pajamas now. Don't act like I'm that country.
No, I'm saying I didn't have any clean pajamas, so I just had to sleep without anything on.
Oh, I don't do
I
that.
was like you. I was like you.
No.
I just was just
No.
commando
No. No, no.
until I could get some clothes out of the dryer. I was just chilling, waiting on my clothes to come out.
Commando or start butt naked. Like, like
Just
which one?
had to wait. I mean, once they came out, I took a shower and stuff. So by the time I waited to get in the shower, my clothes were in the dryer. So I didn't have long, but still, I knew what that felt like on vacation.
Just
So
sitting
that
there
is
in
my
a
segue
towel.
story.
Just sitting there in a towel waiting on your clothes to dry.
Hey, waiting on my clothes to come out. So that is my segue story to today's topic of vacations.
So was this a vacation or was this like work?
No, I was in college. I was going to a conference for spring break.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
was that kid.
you're
I was that person. I'm not a partier. So on my spring break, I went to a conference in Oklahoma. Yeah.
I didn't even make it to spring break in my few college months on campus. So you doing better than me. Um, vacation. So that would that be your first vacation by yourself?
I mean, I went by myself. It was a couple of people from my school, and then we had our college advisor. So
Okay.
it was a
Okay.
group of us. But my first vacation, like away from my family, I think I was an adult.
Mm,
Yeah, I was like in grad school.
mm. Wow.
Because again, vacation costs money.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to go without your family means that you're paying for it.
Right.
So no,
Correct.
I wasn't taking any vacations before I had a full-time job by myself.
Understandable. I didn't take so I always, I'm not gonna say I always, vacations prior to becoming an adult, even though I was still with my parents, living with my parents, it was almost like every year we went somewhere as a family of six. And those were like the best vacations, in my opinion, because someone always does something stupid on there and it makes the
Uh-oh.
vacation memorable. I can't
Oh
remember
gosh.
every little thing, and I will not go through every little thing, even if I could remember, but it's just every single last one of us did something dumb. And I will poke fun at myself before I poke fun at anybody else. But to go with like my first one as an adult, I did not take vacations where I had to stay somewhere. I would take day trips because either I had that mentality that I had to work and I just had to work because of where I was trying to get to. So my parents helped me my first semester of college, but I had to get a student loan and they paid for half and I had to get the student loan for the other half. And that one student loan, I said never again. And that was on like that was like $1,500. And I said, no, I will
Oh my
not.
gosh. That
Exactly.
was that was a loaf of bread.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I was like, I will never again. So I never went back to the university. I stayed out until I could make money to go and pay as I went. And I ended up going to community college. So spring breaks and all that, what was I doing? I was working. And I didn't stay on campus. I stayed with my parents to save money on that part and, just travel to the community college. But because I was doing that and I was so gung ho on, okay, I have to work so many hours and I have to go to school so many hours and all that stuff, I would just take day trips. And most of my day trips would be taken to the beach. And I literally would drive whatever the time it took. At the time, I think it was 4.5 hours. Yeah, 4.5 hours or so, go down, stay for a couple of hours, and then ride back. Get back in enough time to go to sleep, get up, go to work the next day if that was the case. Because my off days were split at the time. Yeah. Because I was a very devout Christian, I guess you would say. So my Sundays and Wednesdays were my off days. So
Wow.
yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, when you have kids, you're never off.
You're never off. And
I'm like,
then
Lord, the Sabbath. When do I get another Sabbath?
yeah. And when is a real Sabbath? Like the real Sabbath.
When thy kids are at least 21 years of age.
And not at home. Not at home. The key thing.
Yeah, that's
Not at
the
home.
caveat too. Yeah, that's just too many boxes to check. 21 and over, not living in a home with you. Oh, and you're not bankrolling their lifestyle.
There's that. And also my parents did not do that for me. The only thing they did was give me a place to stay. I had to help with the groceries and all that kind of stuff. So that's another reason why I couldn't just go on vacation, you know, and stay. Like I could take a day trip, but that was about it. And I did little things that you can find close to home that felt like you were away from home, but that was it. And then I think after that, it was trips with some coworkers, trips with a best friend, and it wasn't even a full 24-hour deal either. Cause like I said, I had to get back because I have things to do. I have stuff I gotta do. But yeah, and then when it started to really settle down, it was back with family again. It was a big family thing. So now everybody's got, someone either they're married to or about to get married to and kids. And so that's 6 people plus, their spouses and we all going and whoo, now those are nuts. Those are nuts. And then having our first, like my little family vacation, amazing. The best to be able to just pay for that and go and just
Mm-hmm.
sit. It's almost like just going alone refreshes your mind. The amount
Yeah.
that you spent and all that is nothing, but just going. And my favorite place to go is the beach. That's hands down. I don't care where you take me. If there's a beach and it's clean and not a whole ton of party people around, I'm fine. Perfectly fine. Because everything you do is at the beach. Whether you stay in the balcony and you're actually on the beach, a balcony on the beach. You're not, looking at someone else's balcony.
Right.
And there's no hurricanes or whatever else.
Oh yeah, that's a given. We don't want any natural disasters. Acts of
Yeah.
God.
No, none of that. And as long as that's good, I'm good. But our last trip, the reason why I brought up this topic is because I want to talk about our last vacation that we went on, and we will never stay at this condominium again. They actually had a sign out front. I wish I'd have saw this like beforehand, but it said save the, and it had the place underneath. And I'm like, why are they worried about saving this place? Like, if you've got people renting from here, why are you worried about that?
Red flag number one.
Red flag number one. Well, here's the thing. We've already paid the deposit and paid to get in there. So that's, we see the sign and it's like, what the crap? And the place we're at a very metropolitan place. So there's a lot of homeless. There's a lot of traffic, police, ambulance, the works.
That's not the case.
I did not know that this particular, like, I knew there was homeless because, I mean, in most metropolitans, you see homeless people. That's not an abnormal thing. But just how close and how they're set up, it makes my vacation seem worthless. Like, I should have given this money to them. I feel horrible for going on vacation because the place that I'm going to for vacation, that's where they live. And they're living in a tent outside the condominium.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, and then, the things that come to your mind, are they okay? Hope nobody finds them dead. That's the other thing. Because it's not like they take it up, tear it down. Like, my mind was going everywhere. Well, the parking was a little sketchy because they had like a parking deck, but it was really weird because it was like under. So we parked on the top, but not in the front of the building. It's on the side of the building. So you can see the back and the front of the building. It's just weird. And then you're parked where you're parking, you can see the interstate. So it's like you're in a hotel, one of those hotels right off the interstate. That's what it's like, but it's a condo. We have to walk a good bit to get in. I've never been in a condo where I have to walk to get inside this building. And we get up to the steps and there's no handicap walk around deal. I'm like, you got luggage. You come on, you got luggage, you got a stroller, whatever. In my case, I have a stroller too. You would think you'd have a handicap, yes, they have a place in front where you can unload and get in and stuff like that. But here's the thing, you can't get in unless the person at the front desk lets you in. Red flag number 2. Why?
Well, some buildings do have doormen.
Yes, doorman is fine.
That's not what this was.
No, this was like a secretary. Like you would go in to check in at a doctor's visit, a receptionist type deal.
Okay.
Yeah, so she has to buzz you in, or you have to have
security.
a key, or you have to have a key thing. Yes, like I'm saying, she's all of these things. There is no security person up there.
So multitasking.
Yeah, that's what made me go, huh? So not only, and you have to have your little key swipe thing, card thing to get in. Well, if you're just not getting there, you don't get that until you check in. And you have to go to this lady or man or whoever's there, the front desk, and check in. That's fine. We get there, we check in, we have to have, driver's license, all that stuff to get in. Proof, at first we thought we needed to show, hey, we paid, here's the receipt. No, we just need your driver's license. I'm like, when you want to know anyways, whatever. And then the elevators are on the back side. So when you walk in, it's like this huge mirror, and then you have to walk around to the back to get to the elevators. Mind you, the CFO was like, this place smells like weed. And I'm going, okay. The elevators smell like weed. And I'm going, okay. A person who has not smelled it on a day-to-day basis like him and you, I'm like, if you say so, I don't smell it. I just smell like old people. That's what I smell. I smell like nursing home. When you get in, it's got that wood paneling on and the elevator is not big enough for a family of 4 to get in. Now, mind you, me and my husband are not small people, but at the same time, you put 4 people in there with luggage, that ain't going to work either. Literally, I was like, okay, CFO and pastor go first, and then me and the CEO go next. Yeah, that's how I felt. But it's like, no, we can all squeeze in there. We're all in there like sardines. We get
Oh
out.
my gosh.
We get
This
out.
is getting good.
It gets worse. We get out of the elevator. First thing we see when we get out is the hallway, but it's not big enough hallway for you to be able to get out in like, if someone was standing there waiting, they would have to stay like really walk out of the way because they have this giant wooden something desk type thing in front of this giant mirror. So you see yourself coming straight out of the elevator, and whoever's coming out of the elevators, because there's 3 sets of elevators, and one of them's a service elevator, but it's not a service elevator because anybody can still use it. And how I know it's a service elevator, because it doesn't have the 1980s
Oh
wood
gosh.
paneling on it. It's just got these tarps. And I'm like, anybody could fall through this crap. Like, come on. We get out there. The floor, the hardwood floor, it's a mess. It's been there since 1980s. Okay. These had to be apartments before, honestly, before they turned them into condos. You get to the rug, and the rug, not rug, I'm sorry, this is carpet. This carpet needs to be burned with the condominium. It has been there.
Yes.
It's been there since the place has been built. It has to have. There's stains on it that no vacuum cleaner, no shop vac, nothing can get out. Nothing.
I'm like creeping out. Okay, so that's red flag number 4.
7, 8, whatever. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
so okay, so well, yeah, because number 1 was the location close to the interstate and the homeless population that was living by the front door. Second red flag
Well, they're
was
not
when you had
by the front door. They're outside the fence. So like a lot of these places
too
have,
close for comfort.
yeah, too close to make
Okay.
you, yeah, but not like I'm judging them or anything for being homeless.
No,
It's
no, no,
just
I get
like,
that.
doggone, you know.
Right.
But we get
So
in.
then,
We get
okay.
in. Now, mind you, there's not 2 entrances, but there are 2 entrances. But there's only one where you can use the keypad to get in. I find out there's 2 entrances on day 2. Okay. And the only way I
Hey,
found
tell me
that
you
out,
didn't find out there was another entrance because somebody else walked in.
no, 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 no.
Okay,
I was
phew.
just like,
Okay.
what does this door go to? Hallway.
Mm.
And it's only, the little lock you have on the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
There might have been a deadbolt. Let me give him the deadbolt. I'll give him there might have been a deadbolt on there. Might. But to me, what I remember is like the bathroom lock on there, and I'm going, anybody can bust it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that got me on that second door was the fact that it's thin enough that anybody could have punched it and got in. That was my thing about it. Like it needs to be closed off. Period. Like it needs to be a wall there, not a door. I guess if the kitchen, which that's where the door was, caught on fire, then I guess you have a way to get out. But I'm going, if it caught on fire, you still can get out the front door.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, to the entrance, we get in and it's hot. I mean, as hot as it is outside, it's as hot as it is inside. And I'm going, what in the world has happened? Why is the air not on? The air unit is on, but its building is so old that they're all on the same temperature.
Mm-mm.
You can't regulate. Now it has a window unit.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. But the window unit
No,
can't
no,
cool
no.
off but one room. In the other rooms, all the other rooms, like the living area, the 2 bedrooms, they have the little units, but that's it. And all it is circulating hot air. So we get in there, and the first thing we do is open up the windows. Now, mind you, we're on the 18th floor. There's no screen. There's no catch. You fall out this window, you gone. I mean, there's a pool down there, but I don't think you're going to hit it. I don't think you're going to get it. So we go through and we open up every single last one of the windows. We try to get the air unit rolled so that it at least will blow into the living area where everybody's actually sitting. And the CFO goes back downstairs to go get the rest of our stuff. As I'm walking through inspecting, because my first thing is spray everything down. Spray and wipe everything that you can. Check the bedding, make sure it's changed, make sure it at least looks clean, and spray all that down. Yeah, I can't even get through the living room good. There was a bottle cap, like plastic thing in the rug. Some might have been hair, not really sure. And I think I found 2 days or a day later, I found rose petals under the couch. I said, who could be doing these things in this hot room? I can't even think of doing anything but sit.
Oh my God.
And there's rose petals? I'm going, and you didn't even have the nerve to vacuum this up?
Oh my God.
So I know who 2 visitors ago or a visitor ago what they were doing in here. I'm going to spray even more now. And then I'm disgusted because I'm going, it's hot. It's all get out in here. How are you doing this? Anyways, I get to the room where the kids are supposed to sleep. And well, what me and the CFO said, okay, as hot as it is and the wall units in here, it'll be great if we could all sleep in here because they had 2 little beds, little toddler beds, and then they had a queen bed. We were like, great, we can all sleep in here where it's cool. I go to spray down the toddler beds, pull the toddler. Well, as I'm going in the toddler bed, I see a lanyard, a Chick-fil-A lanyard. I'm going, you didn't even pick up? Try to contact the person who owns it, been like, hey, we got to, this isn't acceptable. Never contacts us back. Says nothing to us. Fine. Get in there to the toddler beds, crumbs, hair in one of them. I was like, if this is what this is like, we can't stay here. Get to the other bed. It's clean. I'm like, okay, great. I spray it down, take all those frou-frou pillows off because I'm like, no one's sleeping on this because you can't wash them. I get to the bathrooms and the bathrooms are literally closets. Can't get literally at this point. I'm ready to get out of here. I am. The kids are loving it, of course, because they're seeing all the aesthetics, oh, they've got the zoo animals and this room is nice. I'm going, yeah, but it's disgusting at the same time. See if we leave not long after because the bathrooms are so small and everything. We're just trying to get situated, and we go to, of course, Wally World to get stuff to clean. Now, I'm not buying a vacuum cleaner or nothing like that. I'm just, we need to clean the tubs because if this is what the floor looks like, we can imagine what the bathrooms are. And then my other thing is, why are there rose petals here in a 3-bedroom, which is really a 2-bedroom, and they made the other room a bedroom for whatever reason? Because a bedroom only counts when it has a closet. There's only 2 bedrooms in there. They call it 3, but it was only 2. But I was wondering what the rose petals were for with a 3-bedroom condo. Red flag number 1,200,000 and whatever. But anyways, we go get stuff.
Why can't you have rose petals with a 2-bedroom?
How many people are in this act with rose petals?
2.
Then why do you need 2 bedrooms? If you already have the rose petals, we already know what you're doing. So
multiple rooms. I'm taking a tour.
Yeah, that's disgusting, which makes this even worse. So we come back, CFO cleans everything, and the kids get a bath and everything. And, trying to, we literally can't get in the bathroom with the kids. So we have to stand outside the bathroom to help them brush their teeth, wash their face, all this stuff. And this is how bad it wasn't clean. Whoever was there before left their bath stuff in there, like their body wash and stuff. And I'm going, I don't want to use I don't know what's in that, or if that was. And it was used. That's the thing. So I know, no, I'm not you. If you really
that's not bad that they left it, but the cleaning company that came behind them, they left it. That's the thing. Really bad.
But we don't think there was a cleaning company. We think it was just the person who rents it and that's who's cleaning it. Because yeah. Because if it was the cleaning company, you could, after we mentioned to you that it wasn't clean, you should have, sorry about that. Let me call them and have them come up and clean it immediately. You know what I'm saying? No, you just ditched us. The next time we hear from you is at the end, which my fault, should have, been a little bit more understanding and expressed to her that, hey, CEO had an accident in one of the beds. We got charged for that mattress. And we're like, she didn't replace that mattress. I can tell you that right now. Because it wasn't like she did a whole lot. That was the other thing. And 2, if you are not cleaning this like it is, like the kitchen, I had to go through and clean the kitchen for me to use it. Yeah.
Let me say something. Are there some more?
No,
please tell me
no. There's one more thing.
Oh
One
my God.
more thing. The other reason why I don't understand how anybody could have had rose petals in there doing the do is because the beds were on wheels and the floor was hardwood. You in there looking like a daggone pinball if you're trying to do all that.
Did you say doing the do?
Doing the do. Knocking them boots together. The only way you
Oh
could be
my,
doing that is you was in there rolling that bed around. Because every time I
oh
sat on
my
the
God.
bed, it moved. The other thing was the bathroom in the master, the bathtub was clogged.
Oh my
They
God.
did not treat the bathtub. They had to have sprayed, like spray painted over it or something like that. And some of the paint got
Mm-hmm.
down in the drain. And so the water would just take forever to go down. So since I take very quick showers, I do not take forever. I do 2 washes in like 8 minutes. Like I've timed myself. And that's mainly for, hey, I want to hurry up and go to sleep. And so I get in and get out as fast as possible. And in that 8 minutes, that water was still up past my ankle. That's how fast it's. And I was just like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And so the CFO never took a bath. He took a bath in because that bathroom, this drain actually drained very quickly. I never sat on the couch after I saw those rose petals. I never sat back on the couch because the rose petals
I
were
don't
under the
blame
couch.
you.
I did sit in the other chair that I sprayed down because I was like, oh, it's okay. But for the most part, yeah, no. Yeah, it was horrible. The CFO was so hot and it was so bad that he doesn't have sinus issues. He was having sinus issues before like day 2. He couldn't take it. The building was old. And I'm like, no, we're not saving this building. Whoever's ready to demolish it and demolish it now and
We're not saving it.
fill the pool. But the vacation itself was fine. The locations that we went, the kids enjoyed it and everything like that. Perfect vacation. I love going on vacation with my family. Be careful of the condos. CFO said, hey, it's an older
Yeah.
building. Are you okay with that? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. As
No.
long as you think it's okay, it's fine. And had good
No.
reviews, had decent reviews. It wasn't, and it was just like, okay, but you just need to clean it. Like, come on. Even
Mm-mm.
we know you guys aren't cleaning well prior to COVID. At least give us a little bit of the benefit of the doubt post COVID. Come on.
They said, why change now?
Obviously. I'm like, you didn't even hit a vacuum.
No,
And the thing,
why change now?
the pastor actually took his shoes because they're so used to doing it when they come in the building, take their shoes off. He had on white socks. Some jokers were not white at the bottom. And that was when we first got there.
Oh
That,
my
that
God.
wasn't after we had been there. So yeah, when we got home, we dumped everything out, threw everything in Lysol and sprayed and wiped down and Cloroxed everything when we got back. I mean, we Cloroxed everything and Lysoled everything while we were there. We rewashed stuff. I mean, I was rewashing the dishes and stuff, but when we got in, it was like just wanted to peel. Like as soon as we got in, the kids ate, I think, and I went and I threw them in the tub, and like we were all just like, get it off. It's just,
Oh my gosh.
it was the worst. And it's like you couldn't, and then, like I said, like 3 days later or something, we get a notification that, oh, we're charging you, and it's like, you know what? Keep it. Even though really I'm like, you should have given us our money back because you didn't contact us. You didn't stay in contact with us. When we told you we had an issue, you hardly answered us. And it's like, and we've never had an issue out of the website that we use. And I know it's not the website, it's the people, but it's like,
Yeah.
I was like, the building problem is the building's problem. Not going to fault you for that, but I am going to fault you for the space that you actually pay rent for and collect rent or collect payment from people with. And if you're not going to keep it clean, you don't deserve to have it and you don't deserve to sell it to them. Just live in it yourself if that's how you want to do it. But if you're going to give lackluster results and you're supposed to be providing a product, come on now. Like it'd be different if I was selling this particular product and I wasn't giving the best. So, I'm just taking donations or whatever. But if I'm selling at a price, I need to be giving it the best that I have.
Right.
And I'm
I
going,
totally agree.
and it's like, you didn't even give me half of the best. The parking spot we went, like they don't even clean the parking lot. The same trash was there the entire time we were there. And it's like, good gracious. But
Even the
anyway,
wind didn't blow the trash.
no, it did. And we had storms and everything when we were down there, wind blowing, all of that. I was like, God, just I understand you got to make it rain and this is what you do. But can we leave first before you strike this building? Because I know this one is a marker. It's waiting on someone to tear it down.
Oh
You
my
know?
gosh.
But I was like, and it came out and that trash was still sitting there. Normally it blows, and it has a little say, no, in the same doggone spot. Same spot. But that's just a
Oh
horror
my gosh.
story. But the vacation was great. The condo was horrible. The vacation was great. Can't wait to go on another vacation with my family. Hopefully a better condo.
Yeah, see, I can't separate the two
Why not?
because where you stay is very much a part of the vacation.
You're
So,
also a homebody. You would stay in the
yeah,
condo the entire vacation.
that's the point of picking the condo as you like. Yeah, I definitely. No, I mean, I like to, well, again, my life is before kid and after kid. So, before kid, no, I would say even after kid, it's like it's a mixture of relaxing, because that's the point of going on vacation is to relax. But
Yeah,
I think vacation is also about experiences that you wouldn't otherwise have back home. So it's a
true.
little of both. So
Yeah,
prior to having kids, hubby and I we love to travel, and we would take lots of vacations. Like we would do at least 3 a year. Then we would do a
three.
spring. We did a
Th-
spring, a summer, and a winter vacation every year. And so
Hold on a second. Hold on. I know
it
you
was.
got to go. I know you got not go. I know you got to tell the story, but
Oh no,
please
what's wrong?
enlighten me on how you can have three whole vacations. Granted, I understand y'all are married and it's just y'all two. But even when it was just me and the CFO, I'm like, I couldn't imagine having to be able to pay three vacations. How'd you do it?
I'm confused.
What do you mean? Like most
What do you
people
mean? How
only,
did we do it?
yeah, how do you one make time? That's one thing. You have to have time. You have to
Oh,
have the finances to do this because these vacations are not, $50 here and
um,
there. No, you probably spending a good 1,000 just on the place to stay alone. And
we
then the
saved.
funds to eat. So you saved prior to every vacation.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm just like, how? I'm just
I mean, it was. I mean, it was just the two of us, and we both worked, so we saved up.
mm, we still did day trips even when we were first married because we just couldn't afford even the two jobs we had, and I was making good money. It was just not feasible to go on vacation.
Okay. Okay. I got you there. Okay. So, hubby and I are both like we don't mind working. Like we work. So ever since I started working, like at 16, I've always had two jobs,
Ah,
like a job and a half. So I've always had a part-time job.
okay. See, I wasn't
Yeah.
doing all that. You lucky
Yeah.
to get
I
eight
like
hours out of
to.
me.
No, I enjoy working, and he does too. So he's always had a, well, off and on contract work,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and then
contract work pays good.
and I've always had a part time job. But when I was in school, which was about when I was working full time and in school full time, I was also working part time. And so that's when my mom was like, okay, something has to go. You either go to school or you work the part time job, but you can't have both. And I was married. And my mom told me, like, nope, pick one. So then I had to quit my part time job so that I could finish school.
Mm, okay.
Yeah. And then that's when I
Okay.
started working part time for a while. But we still budgeted. So even when there was a time when about 2 years we only worked our full time jobs. And you just make it work. Like you save here and there and you
Oh,
just go on vacation. But no, we don't like, some people put vacations on their credit cards and all that. Like whenever we would go on vacation, it was paid for before we went. Like I don't believe in coming back home and your vacation is still with you and your credit card bills.
I would love my
So
vacation to still be with me, but just not on a bill.
exactly, there you go. In your memories, in the photos and the videos. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I believe that where you stay is very much a part of the whole, I mean, the whole experience. Like some people, for example, I have an aunt. she loves to take cruises. And the
Who?
way that she go, I have an aunt who likes to take cruises.
Oh, I heard. I don't know what I heard. It wasn't
I don't
cruises though.
Okay, well, cruises on the ship. And the way that she does it on a budget is she books her cruise at the last minute, and she always stays in the room that's at the bottom of the ship, like literally by the engine room,
Why?
because it's the cheapest room on the ship.
Oh,
And I'm thinking, I just rather not go. I am
well,
not going on a vacation that I can't enjoy. And her rationale is if you're on a cruise ship, the only time you're in your room is to go to sleep, take a shower, go to sleep at night. So why am I paying this much money for a room? That's a
mm,
waste of money, in her opinion.
okay. Understand that.
I don't. I mean, I understand her rationale. I'm saying I don't agree with it. Like when I go on a cruise, I have to have a room at least in the middle or toward the top of the ship, and it has to have a balcony.
I mean, if the ship's going down, it don't matter what room you're in.
Yes, it does. If the ship is going down, I have a chance to decide when I'm jumping out and not just be flooded in my room if it's happening at night. Also, if COVID taught us anything, think about those people who had balconies and they were trapped in their room for a month at sea. They
Ah,
had to be quarantined versus the people who didn't have balconies. At least they got fresh air.
I, I guess, but I'm like, that's another. I'm not gonna probably ever do is get on a cruise.
Well, I've only taken a few, and now that I've had the Deacon, I haven't flown since I've had the Deacon. I tried to take one more vacation when I was 8 months, 7.5 months pregnant.
They don't normally let you fly that late, right?
I could, yeah.
Okay.
I even I took my husband to the doctor. I'm like, can you please tell him I can fly? And my OB was like, yeah, you're fine. You can fly. And he wouldn't take me on vacation, so I had to go to the beach. I had to go to the beach for my baby moon, but I wanted to fly to California. He said no. He put his foot down on that one. So I have not flown since I've had the Deacon. I haven't gone on a cruise since I've had the Deacon. Just a whole bunch of beach trips.
But I
So
mean, you still have the memories and stuff from that.
uh,
And as he gets older, it'll be just look at it
yeah.
as a
Well,
blessing,
COVID messed it
though.
up.
Yeah, one, COVID messed it up, and two, think of it as a blessing because of how germaphobe you are with him. When he's older, it'll be a whole lot easier than it is now
Yeah.
because he still would remember what you're saying and do what he's told, but he's still 3. You know, like
I
he's
know, but now we're at the age where we're developing fears. And so, had we
okay.
been on a plane as a baby, it would have been easier to travel, number one. Probably cheaper to travel too, because I wouldn't have to buy a seat for you.
Mm,
But it would have been second nature. Like the whole plan was wait until he was 12 months and then start going. Like, even for my
mm.
baby shower, we were getting like one of my friends bought us the 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 bags that you have to put over your stroller in your car seat when you're checking your luggage.
I don't know
Because
what
she
that
was like,
is.
wait,
Transition.
oh, you never flown. Okay, never mind.
Exactly. So you're like a bag that you
So
put over your stroller.
it's this huge bag, like imagine a Santa Claus bag. It's like big that you can put it your stroller, like when you fold your stroller in half, how it
Mm-hmm.
collapses. You
Mm-hmm.
put it in there, you cinch it and lock, like tie it in place, and you put your luggage tag on there because you have to check your stroller. You can't take a stroller on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
You check it with your luggage.
Okay. I got it.
But instead of having it, like again, you have a baby and you're thinking about germs. Instead of just having your stroller out, going through baggage and everybody's touching it, it's a big old bag that you put it in.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it's staying clean. It stays clean. And the same thing for your car seat. You
Oh,
just put
wow.
it in the bag, you cinch it, you put your luggage tag on there, and it's clean when you get it back from luggage return.
Or you could just spray it down and wipe it down when you get out, but I understand.
I mean, you still could, but again, it just protects it. It's kind of like a sandwich. You can wrap it in a paper towel and keep it moving, but I would rather put it in a Ziploc bag.
That's a lot of work.
To do what?
If you're gonna go ahead and eat it right then, I mean, why would you put it in a Ziploc bag?
No, if you're packing it for
Oh,
your lunch for
well then
later,
in
you
that
could
case,
wrap it in a paper towel, but you would rather put it in something a little bit more protective.
yeah, I got you there. I wouldn't put it in a Ziploc bag because then it'll be squished. I'm sorry.
But for the record,
I'm being too picky here. Go ahead.
for the record, people people check everything. People check golf clubs. People check guns, um, archery equipment. You can check anything for luggage. So that's not uncommon to check.
Okay.
What?
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can fly with anything.
All right. Except for a full bottle of lotion or a full bottle of.
Correct.
Except for liquid items. You can take a gun on, you can check it in and have it underneath the carriage.
But you have to check it. You can't have it with you.
No, but I'm just saying, here's the thing. The lotion bottle's not with you. It's in your luggage.
But it's not with you.
The gun is not with you. It's with your luggage.
Okay, but I mean, clothes have never killed anybody.
Right? Huh? Wait a minute.
I mean, what danger is a gun in your luggage going to be?
What danger is lotion going to be? I'm saying it's like the equal thing. I get what they're going for because of what has happened, but I'm also like,
I'm just guessing. I think the rationale is you can always have liquids that can combine. You can make them combine and create a dangerous situation.
Yeah, but you have to be able to do that though. If you don't have the mechanisms to do that, and if it's already mixed, and as long as it takes for you to get on the dadgum plane in the first place, it's going to blow up before you even get in there good.
But they don't want to even on the plane. That's the point. Like, what if you concocted something in a bottle? And like people who really want to do something, they'll take the time to figure this out. You can like put 2 separate chemicals in a big bottle of lotion and have a barrier between them. And then have it like some kind of way where the barrier is going to melt over time or dissolve. And then when those chemicals come together, boom, that could happen. That potentially could happen.
And guess what? You going boom with it. So is that really what you want to do? Like, I don't know. I guess, I mean, I get
some people don't mind going boom with it if they know they're taking some other people with them.
That is true. You're right on that. I'm just like, I don't know. I just, the precaution of it, like I said, I've never flown. So, just take this with a grain of salt in my complaint. I just am like, Black people need lotion. And this little bitty 3.5 ounce bottle is enough for one leg. Okay.
So,
and you want me to go to Walgreens when I get to the location to get the bottle that I need that's not going to last me my whole trip, and then I have to throw it away or I have to ship it back to that's just too much money.
It's a bottle of lotion. Throw it away.
No. See, look, you use too much water. You throw your no. You throw your
in the grand scale of a vacation. You're spending, let's just say, $2,000 on a vacation. Okay. A $5 bottle of lotion. I'm not gonna let that ruin my trip. It's
not gonna ruin my trip. I'm just gonna drive, so ain't nobody got to tell me what I can and cannot carry. Oh
my God. Hey, that's your business, like Miss Tab says. But for example, if you're going to California, you're gonna drive.
No, I'll actually fly there.
12 plus hours to save $5 on a bottle of lotion. I'm good. I'll just buy the lotion.
I'll buy the lotion ball. I'll fly. Because see, that's the thing. And I've said this will be a vacation for me. If the CFO ever had to travel for his job and there is a place out in California where he could have to travel to, pop me a couple of Benadryls. I'll sleep the whole 12 hours as long as I don't have to do a connecting flight. And I will get on a plane.
Well, you're not going to fly for 12 hours to go to California.
Hey, I'm just saying, whatever. I'll pay. Just let me take my Benadryl so that I can, because here's the thing. Y'all are not going to like me on a plane. In a combined, y'all just not gonna. Because I think it's
take the Benadryl and some and a shot of something.
Something, okay? Because it's just something about you put a bunch of, and not everybody is this, and it might just be the social media getting to me. But you put a bunch of idiots on a plane. I don't want to be on a plane with all them idiots.
Bound to happen.
Exactly.
Things are bound to happen.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need you choking out the pilot because he reminded you of your granddaddy that died 5 years ago, and you half lit off a bottle of whatever they gave you, which shouldn't have been enough to take you over the edge. But now we're here, and we're all over here hoping we make it to the next stop. I'm just saying, people are crazy. Everybody's a little weird. Some people are nuts, and I just don't want to be up there. Like I said, there's enough nuts on the road. I have control over my vehicle.
Oh my gosh.
I don't need you choking out the one person that has control over this one. Okay.
Well, the door is locked, so that
So
wouldn't be an issue.
that's a good thing. But back to your trip. You like to have rooms that
I like
mimic
to,
the flow of your vacation. Did I say that
yes.
right?
So
Okay.
like, yeah, like my lodging. If I don't feel comfortable there, then I'm not gonna get a good night's rest. If the bathroom or the kitchen is not up to par, I'm not gonna want to eat there or bathe there. So I'm still not feeling comfortable. Like if I feel uncomfortable, I cannot stay there. So in your case, when I pulled up to the building, I would have looked at my husband like, nope, we're not. We're not. Let's not even go in. We're not. We have options. We can go home. Because I know you weren't that far from home.
No, we
We
weren't.
can find somewhere else to stay, but that I cannot. And then knowing my husband, he was like, well, let's just go in and see what it looks like. Okay, we can go. And by the time I got a whiff of whatever the scent was in the lobby, I'm like, okay, I tried it. I came in the building and it's not
That,
working.
that's the thing. The lobby you didn't smell. It was after you went behind, and it was like, okay, what is that smell? And then by the time we got up there, that's when the CFO tells me, "Oh, that's this." I went, "Oh, I didn't catch it. I just knew it smelled weird."
Yeah, no. And that actually happened to me one time. We went to a hotel before baby, and the room they put us in was a no. Like I literally tried to fight it just so I can enjoy my vacation. And that night we went to bed and I tossed and turned all night. It's just I was not comfortable there. And that next morning I woke up, went down to the front desk. It was a hotel. I was like, I need a new room. And they told us that they were sold out. And I said, okay, well, I can't stay here. So just give me my money back and I'm leaving.
What was
And that's
wrong with the
when,
room?
first of all, I don't do old. I do not do old buildings.
Okay.
I will never live in an old house if I can help it. I will not stay anywhere old. And so when I booked the room, this particular hotel it's a historic hotel,
Mm-hmm.
but they had built another phase of the hotel. It's a separate building. It's called the Spa Towers.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's where we were going to be staying. But when we got there, they put us in a room in the original historic building. And come to find out, people actually request to stay in the historic building.
Yeah.
Again, I don't do old. I do not like old houses, old cars, old nothing.
What? Okay. What you got against old people and old?
It
Like
creates
you
no.
no,
I'm
no, no,
talking
no,
about
no.
structures. I'm talking
Mm.
about structures, not people.
Oh, okay. I'm like, but I was
I
like, see,
don't
you
do old.
segregating sheets and segregating towels, and now you're segregating old things. Like, come on now.
No, I'm not ageist. No, it's just old buildings. I just don't like them. They creep me out. A lot of times the ceilings are low.
Okay, they give you the 1970s low ceilings, cramped rooms. Everything's
No,
meant for people smaller.
this was a 1600s,
Oh,
1700s
I
type.
couldn't have.
No, no,
No,
no, no, no. I'm sorry. It was an 1800s room.
doesn't matter. That's too old. That
So
built.
that lets you know how, and you can tell they've kind of refreshed the building, but they want to preserve the historical nature. So it's just a lot of things are not going to change.
Then turn it into a museum.
They should have.
God.
But again, and so the rooms were the room was big enough for a king bed. And literally, if you think about the width of the bed, if you were on the right side of the bed, you could touch the window. And if you were on the left side of the bed, 5 feet, if you were to reach your arm out of the bed, 5 feet from the bed is the door. So that's how wide the room wasn't even wide enough to have two nightstands. It was a nightstand on one side of the bed. And then there was a very small bathroom ensuite.
Golly, that
It felt like
was.
we were sleeping in a closet, a low
Yeah.
ceiling closet. And so I was like, no, this is not gonna work. And we were supposed to be there for like our vacations are typically, I think that was a weekend. So I think we did like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like a 4 day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not staying in this room for three more nights. I cannot. And so they told me they didn't have any more rooms. They were sold out. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to check out. Just give me my money and we're going to go. Refund me that night and then cancel the others. And so The lady went to do that, and she came back with her manager, and they're like, "Well, there's one thing we could possibly do. We have a hospitality suite if you're willing to do that." And she said that the hospitality suite had a kitchen and it had a sofa sleeper. That's how she described it. I'm like, so we're gonna just put like a pull-out couch bed kind of thing. They're like, yeah. I was like, I don't care. Like, anything is better than this.
Ah.
So we pack up our stuff. We come back downstairs to get the new keys, and they walk us down this weird hallway to the hospitality suite. So this hospitality suite is away from any of the rooms because technically our hospitality suite is to entertain people. And if people are, if you have a group of people there late at night, you don't want to wake up your guests who are trying to sleep. So it wasn't near any of the rooms.
Okay.
We get into the hospitality suite, if that's what you want to call it. So
Like
let me talk
studio
about
apartment to me.
Let me talk about the positives. The positives is it's secluded. Again, it's not around anybody. It's on the ground level, right by the pool, because again, it's to entertain people.
Okay.
So the wall, the wall is glass doors, so you can look out and it's a beautiful view of the pool and all the up lighting and the recessed lights in the ground. All that. So that's the positive. The neutral, so not negative or positive, is the size of the room. This room has to be. It could easily be a 4-bedroom apartment.
Wow.
It's a huge room. That's all I can say. It's just a huge room. And in the very back of the room in the corner is this sofa.
Sorry.
Next to, they call it a kitchen, but it's an industrial kitchen.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, it's a big open space where, people may want to come and dance. You can it's just a multi-purpose room with a sofa and an industrial kitchen. And that is where we slept for the last 3 nights of our vacation.
Wow.
And I have to admit, that room was better than where I was at first.
You slept. Okay, you were willing to give up a king size bed, which granted, understand if you can hear people walking down the hallway because you're literally sleeping.
You can hear people peeing in their bathrooms.
Ah, that's disgusting.
That's how close and how tight those rooms were.
That's disgusting.
And I'm not even a claustrophobic person. I'm not a claustrophobic person. I like small spaces, but it had a smell. It was old. The smell, it was like very musky. Like, it's just like
wood,
it smelled
oaky.
Really, yeah, and it smelled dank. It smelled like an old no, like not stank, but dank.
No, I heard you say dank. I was just like,
it was like you could smell the humidity. It was just like wet basement,
moldy.
Yeah, wood. Yeah, I could not sleep in there. I just felt like I was choking.
Some people like that. I understand what you're talking about. Some people like that old timey, like the bed and breakfast deal where they actually stay in those.
I will never stay in a bed and breakfast.
I wouldn't do that either, just because it's like,
unless it was built this year. You know what I mean? Like if it was built within the last 5 or 6 years. No, I still wouldn't stay in a bed and breakfast.
You would,
because I like the security situation there.
Right.
No, I'm good. I'll just stay in a house. And that's the thing now. With COVID, I don't even want to stay in a condo anymore.
Okay.
I just rather rent a house.
Yeah.
That's where I am. Like we go on vacation, we just rent houses now. Because I don't even want to deal with having a neighbor next door like that close to me anymore.
I can understand that. I still would do a condo just because it's like staying in an apartment. And after staying after staying in an apartment, I'm like, it's not that bad. I hated apartment living, but it's not that bad. It's okay.
Like whatever's next door, but like when I'm thinking about critters at this point, if they're next door, they can easily come in yours too.
Oh my gosh, I have a horror story for that one. But we won't go there. We want to have.
That's my spiel on vacations. So where you stay, your lodging is just as important as all the other aspects of your vacation.
All the activities and such.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that's understandable, but at the same time, it doesn't damper it because, like, it sucked for me, but at least for our last one, the kids had a cool room to stay in. Now, me and the hubs had to lay there like two stuffed pigs sweating all night because,
Oh yeah, I can't be hot. That's the other thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
about your trip, I cannot be hot.
We can't sleep hot. And the fact that you can't sleep with the windows open because there's no screen. And at the same time, you can't not sleep with the window open because it's so hot. But it's like it's just it's not like sleeping. Okay, like the condos at the beach. I have fallen asleep with the balcony door open just because the white noise of the beach and everything.
Oh gosh, no.
See, the thing is, I have. CFO, no. He gets up, close the door. Me, I will just fall asleep. But here's the other thing. You're going to cringe when I tell you this. I have slept outside, no tent. My mom's back deck.
Y'all got put out?
No. I just went outside. I laid down. And the next thing you know, I was asleep.
Laid down where?
On the deck.
On what? Like you took a blanket outside?
Yeah, that deck they had at the time had like benches. There were benches onto the deck, and I had a blanket.
You're practicing being homeless. You had a homeless conversation. You're on a bench at night. No.
It wasn't at night. It was like it was a nice crisp fall day, and the sun was not quite setting yet. And I had laid down out there, and I was just laying out there just enjoying the comfort. And I had a blanket because it was a little chilly. Next thing you know, I was asleep. I woke up like, whoa, I done fell asleep out here.
That's something else right there.
I have been known before I had kids to be able to sleep and fall asleep just about anywhere I felt safe. Didn't matter what was going on. As long as I felt safe, I could go to sleep. But that could have just been me being overworked. I don't know.
No, I think that's the case for everybody. But the fact that you feel safe sleeping on a bench in the backyard is interesting.
Well, the bench was on the deck. Like the bench was built onto the deck. So it's a bench, but it was still part of the deck. And it was in the country. Like, come on. You can do anything. You'll be all right. You'll do you good.
You don't know who's lurking in the woods.
That is true. Don't know who's lurking in the woods. But this is another thing you had in the country. You had dogs, and they would alert you if something was going on, regardless if it was animal, person, whatever. So they would alert you. But then, my parents knew I was out there too. They left me out there. They didn't care. So
they left you.
They left me out there. They was like, "Yeah, you went to sleep." I said, "Yeah, I can't believe I went to sleep out here."
Oh my gosh. No, that would never happen in this city.
No. If someone's laying out in the city, there's a problem.
Let's call the police.
Exactly. But I'm in the backyard, so no one knew but my parents. So it's all good. Okay. Moral of today's story is check your reviews. Don't stay in musty, dusty, dank.
Don't stay there.
Condos, homes, hotels. Bring your Lysol, regardless of where you stay, and your Clorox wipes or whatever natural remedies city uses.
Disinfecting products.
There you go, disinfecting product. Which, by the way, what disinfecting plant-based product are you using?
I don't. I use bleach.
And alcohol.
Bleach. Shout out to Procter & Gamble.
So you use Clorox and alcohol. That's it.
Yes, that's it.
No Lysol, no.
Okay, so I don't believe in aerosols.
What do you mean you don't believe? They're there. You can't not believe they're there. They're actually out here. It's not like they're imaginary.
I don't believe in using them.
There you go. I'm like, wait a minute.
I know they exist.
Hold on. You pull that back.
Okay, I don't use aerosols.
Okay. All right, understandable. They can kill your lungs.
Yeah, and it chokes me up every single time. So, cooking spray, no.
Gotcha.
Lysol, I have a few cans because of COVID. I don't even use them. They're just sitting there.
Then pass them on over.
And I've always said if I ever ran out of Clorox wipes, at least I would have it as a backup, but I've never run out of Clorox wipes. Because I stock up.
Well, wouldn't you be able? Well, you can't puncture the cans because that will deem harsh.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. Like that.
But couldn't you just put on a mask and just spray it into a cloth and then go from there?
Okay, help me understand. What's the point? Why am I spraying?
You got it. You got it. I mean, you're not going to use it just spraying it around because of your lungs. So if you spray it into a cloth and wipe it down, then you reduce the particles going into the air.
Are you saying so I wouldn't waste
Yes, you wouldn't waste it. That's what I'm getting at. So you don't waste it and it doesn't just, rust.
I mean, it's in a can, so
yeah, well,
I'm sure it expires eventually, but see, that's the difference between you and I again. It's one of those, I'm okay with throwing stuff away.
See, I'm not, because you have to be a good steward. See, the good book says
it was a pandemic, Lord, and I just bought this Lysol to make sure I could kill the germs just in case. And Father, you provided Clorox wipes, and so I'm grateful for the wipes that doesn't go into the air and does not affect my lungs.
So clarify this for me. Because chemical is a chemical, and you're still sniffing this chemical regardless.
But nothing's floating in the air.
No. Anyway.
We're not spraying things into the air.
I got one more thing on that tangent.
The scent is there.
It's still
spray things
it's in the air,
floating around. It's not floating around. No,
it doesn't matter. It is, but we're not even we're gonna leave it alone.
So you're telling me if I pour water on a table and I have a mister and I'm just misting the air, that's the same thing?
It does evaporate. It evaporates. It does evaporate. So there are particles in the air. It does evaporate. But we're getting back on track. Don't try to. No, you ain't doing that to me.
You're the one who asked me about bleach. What? When we were talking about vacation. So
well, and I was getting to the point. See, you keep picking me on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Come on.
My point is, since I use aerosol to spray everything down and clean everything, what do you do to get the germs or keep the germs? I mean, because you don't know if these sheets have been washed properly. You don't know about any. So what are you doing to clean the bathrooms or to clean the sheets or not clean them, but make you feel better about them not having stuff on them?
Oh, no, I clean. So when we travel to a house or to a condo, I have what we call a condo bucket. It's like a large, I don't know what you call it. Well, I call them a tote, but it's the, the thing you put in your attic or your storage where it has a lid. It's a big plastic container with the lid.
Tote.
Yeah, but the big one. So I have one of those, we call it a vacation or a condo bucket. And I have a Swiffer mop, the pads, the Swiffer mop pads, but also the Clorox mop pads, cleaning supplies, bleach, laundry detergent, dish detergent, dishwasher pellets, any cleaning supply that I would have at home. I have duplicates in that condo bucket so that when I travel, I don't have to try to take the stuff out of my house. It's just it stays packed at all times.
Oh my gosh.
And paper towels, toilet paper, cleaning cloths, gloves, all of that stays in that container.
So the toilet paper that they supply that's covered in paper, that's brand new.
I'm not.
Wow. Okay.
Nope.
I'm going to use it because it's wrapped up and I'm going to just take their word for it.
But it's not soft like the ones you buy at home.
That is true. You're going to get a paper butt. A paper
cut on your butt. Same thing. Yep. Yeah.
It's gonna be like taking a piece of paper and rubbing it right up through your crack.
See, exactly. And that's why I travel with my own.
Understandable. Okay.
Paper
go ahead.
Towels, same way. I don't like cheap paper towels, so I pack my own.
Understandably. You really want your home away from home.
Yes.
You want to be comfortable.
I take my own towels and washcloths too.
Well, we do that too. Our colored towels and washcloths.
No, I take the white ones. And wherever I stay, they have to have a washer and a dryer.
That's something else about that red flag place.
They didn't have a washer and a dryer?
They said they had one, but it was common use. It was like common use. Yeah. I was so
No.
ticked off because I was prepared. I was like, where's the washer and dryer? I will wash these sheets myself.
Okay,
So
wait
that,
a minute. Exactly. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Okay, so wait a minute. Who booked this room? Because
oh, it was a joint
it,
decision. We had a choice between two places. And the only thing we knew was that it was an older building, which we were like, it'll be okay. It's not far from all the things that we're going to do. And it wasn't so expensive that we couldn't feel comfortable staying there. So our thing is like we want to stay somewhere, but we don't want to stay somewhere where our house note is equivalent or it is less than where we're going because we're only going there for so long and we're not going to be in that room but to sleep only. We sleep and take a bath. That's it. We're going to be out. We're going to be eating out. We're going to be doing things out. So we want that money to do those things, not necessarily have the same home life that we do, at home. But we still want to be comfortable too. We didn't know that did not have central air. Now, if I knew it didn't have central air, then I would have been like, no, we got to go with something else. But that's the thing. We didn't know. We just leaving. It's like, oh, it's an older building. Okay, that's cool. They have older buildings all the time. I didn't know it was 1970s, 1980s old. Like it reminded me of Home Alone. Like it reminded me of that. And I was like,
okay.
oh my gosh.
So my husband is our travel agent because I don't like shopping for clothes, for anything but groceries. So even when it comes to finding somewhere to stay, he'll find his top 3 and then he'll let me look at them. But even when he does that, more than likely he's gonna go find a YouTube video of the place. If it
You
doesn't
can
have a
do
YouTube video,
that.
we're not staying. And if he sees a YouTube video of something, it has to be within the last 6 to 12 months because he wants to know what it looks like now. He also does the Google Maps street view and he looks at the neighborhood surrounding the place, a few blocks around it just to see what does it look like. Like he goes in.
See, the funny thing about this place, it was across the street from a very expensive condo place. Like they had the valets, they had you can
What's the
only park.
condos for rent?
Huh?
Like, what's the condo place for rent?
No. This was like another like condominium that you can rent rooms
That's what I'm
from.
saying. Like, okay, yeah. So I would have just packed my stuff and walked across the street. Let's go over there. Like I'm telling you, like I would not have gone to bed. Like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not even unpacking my luggage. I'm not. No, I'm not.
I wanted to leave so bad, but at the same time,
You
it was
could
like
have left.
I
Let's
could
go.
not because I couldn't get my money back. That was the
Oh
thing.
well, but sometimes money ain't everything. My peace of mind
See,
is more important.
for you, that is your thing. For me,
I
it
can't be
was
hot. There was no air.
well, I can adjust to that. I don't like
I
it, but it
can't.
does.
I cannot be hot. Well, you know me. You know I cannot be hot.
Oh my gosh.
I will not. I refuse to be. Oh
See,
my.
I can
No.
tolerate it. It's not that
Mm-mm.
the CFO had more issues out of it than I did. I was able to
Mm.
sleep decent. I didn't even at one point, like by night 2, the sirens was like white noise at that point. It was just gone.
No.
I was like, whatever. But anywhere you stayed in that city, you were gonna hear sirens and horns and traffic. Like you're just gonna hear
Sometimes you just gotta take the L. Just let's go.
that.
Let's go.
But that was that. Now I had a tangent to something that you said, and now I can't even think of what that tangent was. But anyways,
The washer and the dryer.
yeah,
Bleach.
yeah. No, you wash everything. Me, I
I
go
do.
through and I just Lysol everything because I
So
don't.
they just chemicals everywhere.
Oh my gosh, you and these duck. You know what? I'm sick of
No.
you can bleach the mess out of your sheets, but in hope to God that water rinses it all out and go
It
to bed
will.
on it.
Because for the record, while you're talking about my wastefulness, whenever I do a load of laundry, I always press the button that says extra rinse. So my clothes are rinsed twice.
I only extra rinse my towels and my sheets.
I extra rinse everything.
Goodness. Anyways, I really don't even remember what that tangent was. I honestly do not remember where that tangent was. It was going somewhere. But to close out, I do have a story that has nothing to do with this. and it's kind of funny. Well, to me, it made me bust out laughing. But it was something that happened last week. That's a story I texted you. I said I was going to tell you about the.
Oh, okay.
So I was washing dishes, and CFO went out to we have a deep freezer in our garage. He went out to the garage to get the frozen chicken out, or just regular chicken. I don't think it had frozen yet, and put it in the refrigerator. And Pastor says, "Ooh, look, chick." Then he says, "It grows on trees." And
yes, it does.
And CEO says, "It doesn't grow on trees."
Yes,
Pastor says, "It needs to." I was like, "What?"
Now take that.
And the CEO just looked at him like, "What are you doing?"
Where are the chicken trees?
Exactly. And then, of course, the CFO comes up behind me and he's like, "Wait till he learns about money." I was like, but money does kind of grow on trees.
It does grow on trees.
I mean, it's part paper, part fabric, And he's like,
and both
yeah,
comes from plants.
exactly. So come on now, he's got something going for him there. But the fact that this little 2-year-old going on 3 is having the cognitive conversations to go, look, more chick. It grows on trees. What?
That is too funny. I like it.
I was like, wait a
And
minute.
with that, we wish we had money trees so that we can pay for more elaborate vacations.
Yes. Lavish vacations. I would love to do a lavish vacation.
Okay. So I just have to know this. What would you consider lavish? Because I got a feeling you still wouldn't have to have air conditioning.
Oh, what? It would have to have air conditioning. Actually, lavish to me would literally be I don't have to do anything. I would not have to do anything. There would be someone washing the stuff for me, cooking my meals, all of that. I wouldn't, if it was at the beach, I wouldn't have to drag nothing to the beach. It'd already be set up for me. Like my itinerary, as long as I approve it, would be set up and wouldn't have to drive anywhere once I got there. Wouldn't have to, all I have to do is feed my face and wash my own butt. Like that's all I have to do. I don't have to do a whole bunch of anything. Someone else does all that for me. That is the most lavish I would be. My thing is now vacations are still not vacations. You do the same stuff you do at home that you do out there. You still have to cook. You still have to make sure you get something to eat and all that. I'd rather have a chef. Or go take me and I don't have to find it's already planned out for me. If I wanted to swap something from one day to another, I can do that. Cause I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not craving, I don't eat this, but shrimp and grits this day. So I want to eat pizza.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Well, I'm not eating shrimp and grits, but I'm just saying, like, if I was to swap, I could swap it and, there you go. Like that would be, and I know that would be millions of dollars, but that is my ideal vacation where I don't have to,
That's doable. That's not millions.
To have your own personal chef, maids.
People do that all the time.
Man, people with what kind of money?
You can go on a family trip and you can get a private chef. They come into the house, they cook, they clean, they leave.
That's a chef and a maid?
They clean the kitchen. No, I'm saying they come and cook for you and they clean the kitchen.
Yeah, no. I want someone to do my laundry. Like, we do laundry
while we're on vacation.
Yeah, and if I want to be there for 2 weeks and I don't pack everything or I don't go out, but I want someone else doing my laundry. I want someone else cleaning, changing the sheets, washing the towels, all that stuff. So I don't have to.
It's called a hotel.
No. They're not cooking.
So you want a house?
I want a house. Yeah, I want a house. I want my own spot.
So then you just pay a cleaning company to come in every day to do that for you. They can do that too.
Why can't someone else do this for? Like, I want someone, like I need you're not understanding. I need my one person to come to me and have all this stuff already. I don't want to plan any of this mess. I just want it done.
So you want a concierge?
I guess whatever that is.
They do that too.
Okay, great.
So in life, you can have anything you want to as long as you pay for it. But my point is, it doesn't cost $1 million.
I don't know. The
People
way
do this. This is commonplace. Like, well, okay, first of all, people have people cleaning their homes now. That's very commonplace.
That's true.
People come in and do their laundry. Like people go buy groceries and come in, put them in the refrigerator. So it's not like 20 or 30 years ago where it was just like only for the rich and famous.
I'm about
Regular
sick of
people
you
have
trying to
these
say I'm
services now.
country and don't understand.
No, I didn't. Oh my gosh. No, I didn't say that, nor did I think that.
I'm just messing.
I'm simply saying I think you don't know how attainable this is. You can have this stuff tomorrow.
I don't have $1,000 for it to be tomorrow.
Okay, you can have this next month.
I'm just saying, like,
But
because
I got it. That is vacation. That is freeing. That's nothing but like you said,
nothing.
washing your butt and eating the food
That's
to
it.
come out your butt the next day.
Hey, whatever works.
Potentially the same day.
I'm hoping close to around the same day. I don't want something to stay in me that long. But anyways, um but that's just my ideal is that I guess you okay? You all right, City? You making it? You all right?
We'll tell the chef to make you a prawn cobbler.
That thought took you out. That thought took you out. Oh my gosh. You almost died on that thought.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it really got me. Ooh. Oh, it does not take much. It's like I'm so simple. Thank God.
You are not simple.
I'm
Oh,
so
after
simple.
this conversation, you are not simple. I literally take a can of Lysol with me. You come with what's it called? What's that maid?
The condo bucket.
Yeah, your condo bucket, but it's like a maid service, the yellow car deal.
Oh, Molly maid.
Yes, you come in there prepared like Ghostbusters of germs, and you hazmat suited up.
Let me tell you something. When we go in, the joke is a condo is always cleaner when we leave than when we arrive. I mop the floors. I wipe everything. I wipe down lamps. I wipe remotes. I wipe. Oh, and we don't sit on sofas. We have to get we have fitted sheets that we put over the sofa that we sit on. But I will not sit on a raw sofa.
That is actually very smart.
I do not sit on raw sofas.
I need to do that. I need to remember to do that. Is actually a good idea.
Put that in your condo bucket. And if you want to save money, you can just go like to your local thrift store and buy like just fitted sheets.
Wow.
Wash them, bleach them, and keep them in your condo bucket.
Do they have to be white though? Because unless you want a tie-dye multicolored.
I mean, they're from the thrift store. It don't really matter. Just
but the fact that you go to the thrift store.
Well, I didn't say I did. I was trying to tell you how to save money.
Of course, she didn't go to the thrift store, guys. Why would I think that? What makes me sit here and go, oh, City has probably looked at a thrift store outside and said, you filthy, dirty rags, and kept going.
For the record, I have a few blazers that I purchased from the thrift store. I'm not opposed to that.
And they were white, so she could bleach them.
No, they weren't, but I took them to the cleaners. But
how do you know they cleaned them?
Oh my gosh, that's a good point. They didn't smell the same. I can tell you that. They smell different. So I just assumed at least they Lysoled it or Febrezed it.
Febrezed it. That's what happened. They Febrezed it.
And I can't stand Febreze
in there.
But the reason why I'm opposed to the thrift store, and I love to buy books from the thrift store. Out of all the things, textbooks is my thing. But I'm not buying the sheets from the thrift store because they won't match.
Oh my God.
Why.
Y'all. You know what's gonna happen.
Don't mess with me.
At your funeral.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna put on mixed match socks on your feet.
Well, wait a minute. Why I'm going first?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll go first. I'll come back.
And you know what I'm gonna do? And if you go first, I'm gonna take your bra off. She didn't want. I'll be up there crying at the casket. She didn't want them tied down. She wanted them to be hanging. She wanted them loose.
if I could come back from the dead, I would get up and applaud. Thank you. Who puts bras on dead people anyway? Like, what's the point?
Give me a hand clap. Okay, on that note.
We really got to get out of here. So the moral of today's story is, don't do like City and work the whole entire day of your first day of vacation.
Okay, yeah, we have okay. And coming up this week, we're going to have a quick Instagram story short so I can talk about me working on vacation. I've actually done that.
What?
Yeah, I always take my laptop on vacation.
Oh my
But anywho.
Yes, we'll have to have a little bonus episode.
The moral of the story is when you go on vacation, make sure there's no marijuana. Make sure that if there is, you have Lysol to spray to cover up the marijuana smell.
One last thing. When I got there, I said I might as well be out here in a cardboard box with the rest of them because that's about what I'm living in right now. It was that, but I really was hoping something would just take it out. Nobody be in there, please. But at the same time, it's like, what in the world? Save this place. No,
this has
condemn
been like the best ever. This has been the best ever.
Oh goodness, it only gets better. It only gets better.
Oh my gosh. And on that note, I would say, Country Chick, thank you for the laugh.
You're welcome anytime. And
I can't wait until next time.
Thank you so much for letting me know how frugal I really am in comparison to you.
And I really thought I was too. So this is really good.
Nah, you're nowhere near frugal. Anyways, girl, I will chat with you later. Oh my God, she's dying again. I can't get off while she's dying. Please drink you some water. What thought took you out this time? I need to know.
I started thinking about all the coupons I use.
What?
I really am cheap. Okay, I'm cold. I can't talk.
All right. Bye, girl.
Good night.
Hey, did you enjoy that podcast? So did we. Check us out for our most recent updates on IG at City Country Chicks Podcast.